I choose career because perfect man doesn't exist, and also perfect woman doesn't exist either. So I don't believe in the perfect relationship. I think you have ups and downs all the time. So I would choose.
But hold on. You could just say, well, the perfect career doesn't exist either.
No, the perfect girl doesn't exist.
No, I know that's what you said, but if you're being like, well, in reality, the perfect man doesn't exist. Well, okay, in reality, the perfect career doesn't exist because there's always going to be like some bullshit. Like even if you're like at the top of your field, there's going to be like certain things about a career that are just kind of annoying or whatever.
I understand, but I do believe that I think we have better luck finding the perfect career than a perfect man. So.
Okay. So
the ironic part about this is, most of the time, they're going to have bosses who are men, just because usually men are in positions of authority, power within, companies a lot of times. And who knows, maybe all of them have female bosses, but they're willing to take orders and be under the authority of somebody at their job, but not necessarily under the authority of a man. That's what it seems like to me. It's like, and also it seems like a lot of modern women are just extremely self-centered. Like they don't want to have to sacrifice for a relationship. Whether they decide to have children or not, a relationship requires sacrifice, and they know that. And they just want to work, make their money, go out, get dominated here and there occasionally, go out with their girlfriends for brunch, whatever. And they don't want the responsibility of duty and sacrifice.
Let me ask a follow-up on this.
Go ahead.
And we can just do this via show of hands. For those of you who would select career over perfect man, real quick again, just raise your hand. Yeah, the perfect career over the perfect man. Okay. And then let me ask you a question. Let's say that you selected over the perfect man for what you consider to be the perfect career. Would you raise your hand again if I asked you, do you think in 20 years that you'll be happier or less happy? You raise your hand again if you think you would be more happy with that selection in 20 years.
I didn't understand the question.
In 20 years, if we would stick with our same answer, is that what you're saying?
Basically.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
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 They're being completely disingenuous, or they actually believe the lie. Both are very scary.
Would you be remembered, do you think, in 20 years for your career?
Yes.
Or do you think you'd be remembered you think so? Or do you think you'd be remembered in...
Absolutely not, bro. My mom worked at a school district for 24 years, right? No, 27 years. Sorry. I think it was 27 years. That was for maybe like a year. Her name was still circulating around that school. But after that, nobody really cares. There's some people that put in 30, 40 years at a company, and they've put in so much work on specific projects, and they might have built these amazing skyscrapers, and nobody really cares though. At the end of the day, because somebody can replace you. Somebody can just come in and take that job.
I worked in the private sector my entire life, okay? And there was tons of people, I suppose, who had an impact on me, but they came and went. And I never remembered them at all. And most people never remember them at all. Nobody makes their mark on their career. They're forgotten. They're gone. They're genetic dead ends. Right?
Well, my name's in credits.
You become immortal through reproduction. That's immortality for humanity.
But your kids are never like you.
Unless there's a lot of...
She just said, but your kids are never like you. What are you talking about, ma'am? If your parents were around and they raised you, you're going to be very similar to them. They're going to raise you with their ideals. Obviously, when you get to a certain age, you can start questioning certain things that they taught and instilled in you. But most of those things are going to stick. Whatever religion they raised you up in, you're most likely going to stay in that religion until you die. Whatever foods they put in front of you, you're probably going to like until you die. However they taught you to treat people, that's going to be something that you take with you until you die. Some of those things might tweak and change a little bit, but for the most part, you're going to be very similar to your parents. So that's nonsense.
Honestly,
I feel the exact opposite of that.
I know too many people that are battling with their
that's
children.
Make the impact on the world. Tell me.
I think that a lot of people don't, for the people who don't even...
Yeah, let her answer. What are you going to do that's going to make the impact on the world? Yeah.
Yeah, making movies. I make movies.
Well, okay, what movie are you going to make
characters.
that's going to make the impact on the world?
Bro, get the fuck out of here, man. you're trying to tell me that making a movie is more impactful than raising the next generation. Bro, I've seen tons of fantastic movies in my lifetime. I couldn't tell you the fucking director's name. Half the time I can't tell you the main character's name because sometimes you forget that stuff. You're just like, oh, you remember that movie where that dude went to Mars and then he found an alien civilization on it? Oh, yeah. I do remember that movie like 15, 20 years ago. That movie was dope. But I'm not thinking about how that movie's going to impact my life. That was just something cool to talk about for the time being. But when I think about life lessons that my mom taught me about how to treat people and how to speak to people, or when it came to finances, how to save my money and budget properly, those are things that I can send to the next generation and that I can teach my children. And like he said, that will immortalize my mom in a sense. Nobody cares about a fucking movie. Like what? Let's continue, man.
We're gonna see. I've done a few of them, but it's like,
name the one that you did that gave you a bigger impact on the world than having a child would have done.
Well, what if the child's like scoot to school or something? Like, I don't know.
The movie sucks, like most of them.
Some of the movies do suck, but some of them are really good.
Exactly.
But it is immortalized, like it's in an art form. What I do is art, and I think that we are here to create art, and I think that we're here to tell our stories, and part of what I do is I create a story, and like movies, you know, people want to see themselves reflected back in that, and then you feel connected to other people, and it's like you could have a kid.
I told you there was a thing which would reflect you 100%.
I was just about to say that. Your kid is going to be a literal reflection of you and your partner. Like, and also she says that she thinks that we're here to create art. How are we going to enjoy art if there's no human beings to look at it? You got to create the generation to even allow them to make art. Let's say everybody died right now. All the beautiful art, the Mona Lisa, is just going to rot away. Ain't gonna be nobody there to dust it off, and ain't gonna be nobody there to look at it. Yeah, I'm going to leave the video off right here. In my honest opinion, this is the result of modern day feminism, man. Putting career over family. It looks just like this. She's prioritizing making movies over raising the next generation. And, you know, she has free will, just like everybody else, so she has the right to do that. But too many women are thinking like this, and it's going to affect society. It already is affecting society. Like, let's just be real. Birth rates are way down, man. The lowest they've ever been in American history. And it's because, in my opinion, because of stuff like this. Yeah, man, that's it for this video. I'll leave the video linked in the description so you can go check out the entire thing. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to the channel. We've gained a ton of subscribers in the past couple weeks, so I'm very, very grateful for that, man. And I just ask that y'all keep showing love and support so we can hit that 1,000 mark and monetize this channel. But yeah, man, that's it for this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.